10 points to Hufflepuff. Let's get everybody up here for this game of instruction manual. Now, the way this instruction manual works is that they can only talk when I point at them specifically, and then they will cut off when I point away. This newfangled toy that all the kids want, it definitely doesn't have a screen, but what is it?
Furby.
A Furby, yes.
Yeah.
Now, we need sections of the instruction manual, like you're looking through the table of contents. What's normal sections that would be in an instruction manual about assembly? Warnings. Warnings, yes. And then, what? Troubleshooting. Troubleshooting. If you ignored the warnings. Okay. What's like the intense part of the putting together part called? Does not include. That's some real hard assembly. Does not include. Let's throw on assembly as well, though. I heard that shouted out. What's the name of some of the accessories that come with it?
Cards and cords.
Cards and cords. Did I hear that right? Yeah. Okay, good.
I heard harpsichords.
Harpsichords.
It's important.
Arts and corpses. All right. And then, of course, there's a section in a foreign language. What's the foreign language? Russian. Thank you. Staruski. All right. Very good. Okay. And then whatever you want. Sky's the limit. Say whatever you want here. Caramel. The caramel section. Yes.
Very important. Checks out.
Very good. Okay, that's it. The polls are now closed. We are now going to read our instruction manual. It's the dead of night on Christmas, and we're trying to put together a Furby. Let me just try and read this thing from down here, where the light is definitely better, and point at what I am reading at, starting with the warnings.
Furbies are perceived as fun for the whole family, but little do the children know that they are in fact rife with danger, bloodlust, and most importantly of all,
toes. That may be lost at any moment if given to the Furby.
And coaxed with garlic.
Garlic is very healthy for Furbies, little known fact, but Furbies can consume up
to 12 cloves in 1 minute. It's quite an amazing feat.
The best part, though, is that there will be no vampires entering into your home if you have these little gremlins sitting around, eating garlic and spewing them at those devils, the vampires. So make sure that you get your children and
feed them to the Furby.
Before it's too
late. You see, Furbies
should not be fed after midnight. Do not get them wet.
Or dry. They don't like it. In case if you have to do anything with the Furby.
Except for let it be.
Because if you don't let it be,
at a precise level of dampness, the bloodlust reaches a fever
pitch that will overwhelm your senses
and your children.
And they will be sad at you for getting them a Furby.
Okay, thank you for warning section. I'm gonna skip ahead to troubleshooting, because I ignored all those warnings, all right? Help me.
If the Furbies and when the Furbies should come alive, make sure that you have a gun nearby. Though you may have trouble shooting it, they are fast little devils. You must make
haste and use the back of your gun
to bash them in the battery pack. It's the only way.
You can get them. Link's crossbow training is a great way to practice for shooting these Furbies.
If you haven't played the worst Zelda game of all time, pray to whatever god you believe in.
Before you actually play this game. But if you have
to play this game, be sure to use my code in the description to get the deal.
That's good for troubleshooting. Okay, crisis averted. Right here it says something about what's not included. I better read that.
A crucifix will not be included. You're on your own, pal.
The will to live is stolen quickly by a Furby. We do not provide replacement.
Or, what are they called? When a priest comes and gets rid of me.
A crucifix.
No!
using English now. And everything that you wanted in the box won't be in the box, except for the Furby.
Except for the Furby, because the Furby is the quintessential item. It needs no other accessories.
Batteries are not included.
All right.
She got there, everybody!
Yeah!
Woo!
McKenna! All right.
I'm a teacher.
All right, let's put it together now with assembly.
First, pull out the lifeless body of mechanical doodads that make up your Furby.
And then place the batteries, which are not included, into the...
Furby's eyeballs. Don't worry, it won't be lifeless for...
Ever. Make sure that you have a handful of garlic nearby.
Maintain eye contact while you sing to it sultrily, and then pet its chin.
You know, going back to the last chapter, fur is not included. You must go and skin the nearest.
Furby, because it looks like a hairless cat.
Sorry, folks, we let the intern write that last paragraph. Be sure to fear only for your life.
For if you do not build a good enough, strong enough relationship with this Furby,
You may regret your life decisions.
And refund. But don't
Worry, because
you love us.
very much and
I love you too.
But I love me more.
And if worse comes to worse,
Resort to violence. Fire is the one weakness of these creatures. Send them.
to the Antics. We will take care of them for you.
and remember, you can always buy another.
Or none at all.
Okay, thank you, assembly. Let's do cards and chords real quick.
all cords that go with the Furby are invisible, so make sure that
You read the wireless manual that's included with this one.
And make sure that you keep it away from any...
People. Now that's the lame part of this chapter out of the way. Cards and cords are your best means of defense against the Furby. Strangling and paper cuts are truly...
The best idea you could ever come up with. Make sure you get really sharp cards that fling, fling, fling across the room as the Furby's coming at you.
And make sure that you defend yourselves with lemon.
Water.
Okay, thank you. This section's in Russian. Hang on, I think I can get some of it.
Nine.
Niet, comrade. So, you have found yourself locked in room with...
Furby, now it is your opportunity to contact KGB.
And give them your Furby, for it is glorious and lovely.
yet you should know that you will become the Russian Soviet leader.
You flirt the blazing out of that thing, darling. Pick that and just never mind.
This is okay for me to be German because Russia invaded Germany many, many years ago.
Okay. Wait a minute. There's a bonus section called Caramel.
I think that it's time we talk about our sponsor, Rolo's. See,
If you really want to feel the Christmas spirit, you must...
Roll your way to a Furby. It's time to embrace...
The caramel inside of you.
And your Furby.
Which is why this Furby is a special edition that poops Rolo.
and it's extra sticky for your enjoyment.
Like a Pez dispenser.
But with caramel, Rolos, and regrets.
comes responsibility. It's time for you to take the mantle of Furby ownership and enter this pact with a Daedric prince of unknown origin. So what are you waiting for? Sign on the X in your own blood and submit yourself to the agony of the new
age of Cthulhu.
And that's the game of instruction manual.